Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Hang on to your hats, guys, because BTC is going on a rip, expected to go much higher just before the banks crash. Now, here's a chart demonstrating that Bitcoin is having a tough time really kind of stay below that $20,000 level as demonstrated by this chart screen grab here, posted by Papa Bear XRP. And I mean, that has really been the story of the summer, okay? $20,000, are we going to break down any further? As you guys can see here, I've got Bitcoin real quickly on the daily chart. Bitcoin, as of the time of this recording, trading at about 19,944. So just on the precipice of $20,000. $20,000 would be in and around there. And, we've just seen this vacillating back and forth, breaking slightly below 20,000, but not really hanging on below there for any length of time that is significant enough to suggest that this level is not going to be able to hold. And I mean, I really do think this theory holds some weight. And the reason I say that, I've mentioned it before, is because, people are going to be panicked. And what can the masses do? I mean, quite frankly, what they're suggesting, if you listen to these podcasts and how to, prevent, kind of safeguard yourself against the Great Reset, all these pundits are kind of saying the same thing. If cash goes to zero, you're going to have to invest in something that will hold value. And so hold hard assets. And they give ridiculous examples like real estate. For the average person, we can't just go out and buy a house with cash. They say stuff like buy gold. Well, it's kind of hard to buy an ounce of gold when gold's over $1,600 an ounce. It's kind of hard to scrape up, for some people, it's kind of hard to scrape up $1,600 and just kind of plunk it down on an ounce of gold. Like I've said, silver is a little bit more manageable, a little bit more affordable. And people will be flocking to silver, although I do know last time I went to the exchange, they did charge me a hefty premium on silver. Nevertheless, I was fine with it. Fine. And so the other thing people think is going to get them a safe haven is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin obviously being the king crypto. And so people are going to start investing heavily, especially if they start seeing the value of their dollar collapse. Now, in the United States, we're not really at that point yet. The dollar is performing very strongly against other currencies. So I think the indicator is going to be, looking at other currencies whose currencies are dropping dramatically against the US dollar, what they decide to do if they decide to kind of pile into cryptocurrency all at once. Bitcoin, again, obviously going to be one of the big ones. But the cryptocurrencies that hold value, for those of you guys who've done your research, for those people who are going to be smart about it, I think there is going to be a huge influx if we do see this big Great Reset moment. Michael Branch also bringing this up with regards to Ripple. Okay, so kind of pivoting a bit here, but also having to do with the real world utility. Ripple is announced as a founding partner of first ever Web3 carbon credit marketplace. In a tweet just yesterday, Ripple confirmed that it is one of the founding partners of Thallo, a Web3 carbon credit marketplace based on the XRP ledger. So more development with regards to Web3 specifically. Ripple tweeted this out, proud to take climate change action alongside Thallo, a Web3 carbon offset marketplace using the XRP ledger to increase the transparency and efficiency in voluntary carbon markets. So retweeting out Thallo's tweet, they've just listed some of the partnerships here. As you guys can see, Climate Collective, Ventry, Ripple, obviously the big one there, Undo, Biofix, and Trend. It bears mentioning that Thallo is the first of its kind, as stated in the platform's press release on Monday. Thallo will solve problems with liquidity and lack of transparency in pricing faced in the carbon credit marketplace. And here's a quote, guys: as the demand for carbon credits intensify, blockchain and crypto technology is uniquely positioned to help support market growth by solving persistent challenges around transparency, traceability, and verification. This coming from Senior Vice President of Social Impact and Sustainability at Ripple, Ken Weber. The Ripple executive asserted that by building on the XRP ledger, Thallo would offer carbon credit access to institutional and retail investors. So climate change, obviously a big topic for discussion. Tracking carbon credits, obviously going to be another big part of where we're going to see institutional and, dare I say, perhaps retail be influenced by. And I mean, I don't want to get into the whole social credit system and tracking your carbon footprint and programming a CBDC to allow you to purchase certain things based on your behavior and all that, but that would be the social ramifications. The institutional ramifications, though, I guess, keeping companies honest, making sure they're not polluting so much, I could see that being beneficial. It is worth noting that the voluntary carbon market was valued at about $2 billion in 2021. Experts expect this figure to rise by about $150 billion in the next 8 years as companies of different sizes continue to set ambitious climate goals. And now Ripple, guys, is partnering with NANO to deliver this type of product. So more utility on the XRPL, coming at a time when the Great Reset is really going to devastate markets. I think XRP could be one of the best performers, to be honest, if all these pieces of the puzzle come together. XRP Crypto Wolf also bringing this up. World's largest banks have exposure to XRP. So we're seeing this from the world's largest banks. A recently published study by the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision has revealed that the world's top banks have exposure to around $9 billion worth of cryptocurrencies, and some of their top ones, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, and XRP. According to the study titled Basel II Monitoring Report from the Bank of International Settlements, the two largest cryptocurrencies by market cap, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are the ones that banks are most exposed to, and the flagship cryptocurrency making up 31% of the reported crypto exposure. So that's Bitcoin, Ethereum making up 22%. While other popular cryptocurrencies were also included in the report, Polkadot made up 2% of the exposure, while XRP made up around the same amount, and Cardano's ADA made up 1%, as did Solana. So we are seeing other cryptocurrencies mentioned here: Polkadot, XRP, and Cardano. Some of the bigger non-Bitcoin Ether ones that banks are interested in. And so this too, I think I should mention that these are banks worldwide, so not necessarily American banks. This is probably why they have no trouble investing in XRP. Anyway, want to keep moving along. Another sign of how bad things are looking for Ripple. So Stefan Hubert kind of taking the piss out of the legal battle with the SEC, retweeting out Watch Your Guru's tweet here, because Binance apparently just added XRP to its list of dual investment products, okay? Fellow Binanceans, Binance is pleased to add XRP to our list of dual investment products. We are also launching a new batch of dual investment products with updated target prices and settlement dates where users can utilize or sell high or buy low products, Subscription starts today, guys, October the 4th. There's some more information down here if you guys care to read. I will link this in the description for you guys if you're interested. Want to keep moving along though, guys. Michael Branch posting this. So back in September, Bryant McGill tweeted something out, and he's kind of updated that tweet. Well, rather, he added to it. Here's what he said: XRP volcano going to blow up soon. This coming from best-selling author Bryant McGill. That's what he believes. He said, or rather, he responded to his earlier bullish tweet about Ripple and XRP, saying that he still stands by that opinion. Bullish on XRP and Ripple, McGill, according to his LinkedIn page, is a human potential thought leader, best-selling author, and social entrepreneur. In a recent tweet, he responded to his own Twitter post from September the 4th, showing that he stands by what he wrote back then. Back in September, let's not forget September the 4th, that was before the XRP pump. Back in September, he tweeted that he expects the XRP and Ripple volcano to start blowing up at some point soon. He also stated that he has been saying this for the past year. So as he tweeted, okay, this was again back from early September, I have a feeling that the XRP Ripple volcano is going to be blowing up sometime soon. Just remember, I told you, like I've been telling you for the past year, hashtag Ripple, hashtag XRP, hashtag SEC. And he follows up by just kind of backing up his comment. Like I said, I only said it once, hashtag XRP. McGill is one of the many book authors who have been posting tweets about XRP recently. As you guys may remember, Breaking Bad television star Daniel Moncada, he also tweeted about Ripple and how, the cryptocurrency price will likely do very well once the SEC thing is sorted out. So now it's popular to back Ripple and XRP. I mean, in December of 2020, maybe it was not so popular. I'm wondering when exchanges are going to start listing XRP again in the United States. I think that is going to be really a pivotal time. I wonder if they're going, to be honest with you, I wonder if they're going to do it before the final verdict, or if they will kind of play catch up and the verdict is announced and then they do it the next day or 2 days later or something like that. I couldn't imagine that they'd want to lose out on the potential for making the money off the transaction fees if people are going to be rushing into XRP once we do get that final verdict. So it really does get me wonder. I mean, I would, if I were running an exchange, I would kind of get ahead of the curve and do it now. Like, why not? It doesn't seem like the SEC has a leg to stand on. Although, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're the XRP community. We're following this case very closely. I don't know how closely the execs over at the exchanges are following the case. Probably fairly closely too. I mean, it's a pretty big case. Anyway, Mr. Intuitive, Trumors Only, at BlackBerry XRP here says this, okay, post back from a few days ago, September the 30th, when the price popped from 1 billion in the last 24 hours to 13 billion in 24 hours. And then Francis Bovine Swift responded just today. Liquidity is on the move again. Will it bring price along with it? Now, we have seen this uptick basically since the end of September, guys. We're continuing to see lots of volume flowing on the XRP ledger. As of right now, the price is not really reflecting it, but this is something important to note, an interesting metric that I think has to do with many different factors. Mr. Whale here posting this also, XRP price could rally 50% in a single candle. Right now, it's basically a court case play within this bear market. Now, I mean, I guess technically we are still in a bear market. Here, let me just bring up XRP real quick here and throw it on the hourly, guys, as you guys can see. We have seen huge moves for XRP, most notably recently within the last few weeks. Most notably, XRP did rally from mid-September. If we take it from down there, it did rally about 70, what was it, 70, just over 70%, 72%. Sorry, I guess I should say I have XRP right now on the 1 hour time frame, and we have seen it vacillating a bit right now, just kind of hovering in the mid 40s. And I mean, quite frankly, it's not unheard of for a coin like this to really kind of blast off over a short time frame, guys. If I throw it back on the daily, and need I remind you, right back here, okay, if we were to look back at the last bull run for XRP, let's not forget back in December of 2017 and around the 9th, the 10th of December, 2017, let me remind you what XRP was trading at all the way back then. We were trading at around 20, well, it was right down here, 22, 23 cents, give or take. And again, that was December the 10th. Okay, it only took 3 weeks for XRP to rally to all-time high, going up over 1,300% in a 3-week period. So this thing can move. We know it has the potential historically. We've seen it on the charts. Boom, like the speed of light. So is there the possibility that we could see an outlandish price once we get some kind of verdict? And, I wanted to bring you guys this tweet here from Egrag Crypto. An interesting thought here, XRP targets in the future. Now, again, I'm not saying it's going to go to these prices. What I am saying is by looking at the history, by looking at what other cryptos have done, and by thinking about this situation that we're in, it's kind of a unique situation for XRP. There's pent-up demand, especially in the United States, where XRP has been delisted on most exchanges. You couple that with an SEC verdict that is not only going to affect the price of XRP, let's not forget this is not some small potatoes company. Ripple is huge, one of the biggest in the crypto space, one of the most influential in the crypto space. And their coin, XRP, is the one under the spotlight. So, that said, once we get the clarity for that particular cryptocurrency, who knows how high it can go? And Egreg Crypto here, pointing to the technicals, some technical analysis, XRP price can reach between $230,000 and $30,000 if it follows the Bitcoin and Ethereum fib extensions after the first bull run. Let us examine the rationale behind this prediction, okay? So it's a bit of a prediction. Using technicals here, XRP is forming a gigantic ascending triangle. The pinkish triangle broke out, but the white gigantic ascending triangle is still intact. If we consider that the pink triangle had a fake out and will continue playing out as it's supposed to, then $589 is in the books. Okay, interesting theory there. While the white gigantic ascending triangle, which is usually a bullish formation that anticipates an upside breakout price, is targeted at $1,777, is this logical, reasonable, and mathematically achievable? I can say with high conviction that the answer is yes, guys. And here's where he goes with this. If we compare it with Bitcoin and Ethereum history performance, for the sake of assumption, we shall plot a fib extension on the first bull run for Bitcoin and Ethereum and understand at the fib targets that they have reached so far and compare them with the XRP future price predictions. Now, what he is doing here is he's taking a look at Bitcoin near the beginning, taking a look, plotting his fib here, okay, and the fib is basic on this chart, the 0 and the 1. He's added more Fibonacci lines because if you take a look at the full fib extension, it actually surpasses this, obviously, because this is over many bull runs. And of course, the top of the market for Bitcoin, now granted, this was a decade later, the top of the market for Bitcoin reached up here, and he has that listed at the 3.702. Now, I don't know if you guys know that you can do this or not, but if you throw a fib on here and you double click, by the way, I'm using TradingView, you can change the style, the fib numbers, and all these things. So he's added more attributes to this particular indicator, adding the 3.702 up here, okay? So just following his train of thought, BTC has reached so far the fib at 3.702, which is approximately $69,000, as we know. Ethereum has reached so far the fib 5.382, which is approximately $4,800. So now taking a look at Ethereum, taking a look at that initial pop for Ethereum back in 2016, 2017, and adding another line on the fib, 5.382, bringing it to its current all-time high of about $4,800, plotting the same fib extension on the XRP chart. If XRP reached the same fib extension of Bitcoin and Ethereum, then holy moly, we would get $200,000 to $30,000. This is if XRP performed just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I mean, this is a theoretical. Again, chances are XRP is going to do its own thing. But if we look at the pressure cooker that's brewing here, it gets me, I mean, I don't know, the sky's the limit, really. It gets me really excited because I don't think the top of the fib is going to be it. Although I do believe he continues, XRP is a superior, is superior as a technology and has utility and solving real problems. So just even based on the technicals, looking at where Bitcoin went, Ethereum went, he is projecting a $200,000 to $30,000 XRP. Now, of course, that is a very, very wide range. It has happened in the past. And I would say, you know, in a typical crypto market with no lawsuit and no crypto regs coming down the pipeline in the United States, I would say, no, this is probably not going to happen. But guys, you just never know what is going to happen. I just wanted to bring up Binance Coin too, just to show you guys another example of a cryptocurrency that has basically outperformed a typical Fibonacci retracement. So take it from the height of the bull run all the way down to the trough of the bear market. Again, this is on the daily. This is 2018, beginning of 2018, and you guys can see that is a full fib right there. And Binance Coin, this is originally where I had my target for my Binance prediction. I had it at $98. Sure enough, though, Binance did in fact outperform that, and even when you line up the 0.236 on the BNB chart, it even surpassed that marker right there of $413. And I mean, it's not unheard of. Again, XRP back in 2017, from that high in May, bringing it down, throwing a regular Fibonacci on here, guys, surpassing the 4.236 when it saw its all-time high back in January of 2018. So to me, it certainly isn't out of the question. To me, I think there's a strong possibility in this perfect storm scenario. And guys, let's not forget who we've got behind Ripple, the team. This is Rosie Rios, former treasurer of the US and current board member of Ripple from Bull Dieppe here on Twitter.
I chose Ripple. I had a lot of options, but I chose them because they have a functional role. So they facilitate cross-border payments. It's one of their functions with XRP. So it's not just some floating asset out there. They actually have a purpose, right? And so you know, it was the right choice for me. Someone else might have some
So
other
I'm in the
choice.
XRP army.
Okay,
just to let you know.
Excellent,
I'm a firm believer of the utility component.
Excellent.
And hopefully this thing going on right now with the SEC will go away soon.
I think what President Biden's executive order that he announced in March to have this kind of reconnaissance of digital assets for this calendar year is an important one. It may not get to very specific recommendations, but I think the best you're going to hope for, at least today, is at least a path forward.
Sure.
How do you start these conversations? How do you, you know, one of my favorite phrases that you'll hear me quote all the time is, the train's already left the station. Blockchain is here to stay.
Absolutely.
Because of fractional real estate, art, NFTs, whatever. It's here to stay. But how do we lay the tracks?
Absolutely.
How do you
and
lay
I've never
the
heard the
tracks?
other side of the table, but I imagine both sides are trying to figure out, like, we're trying to figure out
Absolutely.
the rule book. Like,
Absolutely.
we're trying to figure, it's never been done.
Look, and here's the thing.
It's very challenging on both sides.
This economy needs innovation to recover.
And innovation is exactly what we have through the XRPL. Notice how Rosie Rios said she had a lot of options, but she decided to go with Ripple. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.